toy into a machine. Dude.
It's fast?
Why is this thing so fast?
It's a big thing, dude. It's set up.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be this fast?
No, it's not supposed to be that fast. Welcome back. We have a brand new build. This one is a electric build. I started the platform on a electric Razor 4-wheeler. I found this in the trash. Somebody was throwing it away, and I picked it up. The batteries were dead, of course. Wanted to modify it and try my hand at electric, because I love the 2DO dirt bike so much. I'd love to eventually be able to build my own or get a high-powered electric bike, something more comparable to gas. So I wanted to see how powerful the Amazon electric kits are. So I gutted the whole power plant that comes original with it. I bought a 48 volt 2000 watt motor, set it up in the back, had to modify it a little bit to get it to fit in there because there's not a whole lot of room in the back, but made it fit. Kept the stock brakes for now just because I am limited on space. And then we have a FAR driver. Let me see if I can show it. Yeah, FAR driver, 48 volt to 72 volt controller, Bluetooth, which is super sick. You don't need the dongle anymore. And the only problem with that was I wanted to buy everything off of Amazon for this particular build. And a 48 volt battery off of Amazon doesn't supply, they're all like 30 amp max pull on the battery, and at 2000 watts I would never be able to get to full power. So what I actually did was I put a 52 volt battery on a 48 volt motor, and it works. Now, sometimes I still pull over the 30 amps and the battery cuts out if it's like a really hard dead pull, but I think it's because my gearing is too tall, because this thing is really fast. So I'm gonna end up changing out this gear for a bigger one, give it more torque, and that should fix my cutting out. Brake stock, I added a 3-mode switch so I can pick between the different maps. Throttle came with it, key came with it in the kit. And this thing rips. It's kind of too small for me to get on it, but plenty of power to haul me around. Let's see if y'all can see that. It says 57 volts. So it's not full charged, but you can kind of get the idea. Yeah. Now it does, there we go, it's kicking in. It's gonna be hard to do with one hand. That's not full throttle. So that's not full throttle, and I have the motor turned down to 70% speed through the controller, because it's such a small frame. Like, it's really overkill for this frame, but this frame was free, so, and it's intended for an 8-year-old. But yeah, it rips. Like, you can go way too fast for this, and you can pull wheelies. Now, once I fix the gearing and get the slight cutting out because of the over amperage. Because even though it's a 52 volt, it still is 30 amp max. So I think if I fix the gearing, that'll put less stress on the battery and should cut that out, and it should do better, but it'll be way more torquier, and it's already like you gotta hang on, because when it does kick in, it's fast. I mean, it would be perfectly fine on a lot bigger frame, way more power than I thought it would be. Really super fun, but it did open my eyes to, I was always wondering why the Electron Co and stuff, why their batteries were so expensive, why this, why that, and now I kind of see it. Like, it puts out a lot more power than this. This motor's good, it's just the battery can't handle the power. But as soon as I get the gearing fixed, I think this will be a fun little toy for the kids to just get on and turn a key and scoot around the yard. I mean, it gets up and goes, man. For a cheap project, I mean, you can't ask more of it, man, to get around. Haven't really tested the battery yet to see how long a battery I get and range and all that, but I didn't really build it for range. That really doesn't matter. It's probably never gonna leave the property, but I think I have all in like $300 on this project. For $300, if you got a donor frame, just to have something for your kid to get around on and have fun, learn to ride, you can't beat this project. I mean, more power than he can handle. That's why I put the 3-speed switch on there, is so I can turn down the power. Like the mode 1 is the mode I'm starting him out in, and I have it set to about 5 miles an hour, and it's plenty fast enough and enough torque to like get through long grass and go up hills. Like, this is perfect for him. Perfect. He's still getting used to driving it, but he'll get there. And perfect size for him. Me, it's like super tiny, you know, but it's really good. I mean, the stock power was just very bad. This is way better. And even even my older kid can get on it and rip this thing around, and he loves it. I had a video of him riding it, and he was like, "What did you do? This is crazy power." Like, look, like that's nice, man. Like, that's crazy. I mean, and it was insanely easy to build. I mean, start to finish, once I had all the parts, maybe 6 hours of putting everything together and getting everything all mounted up. Like, that's nothing compared to the go-karts and stuff that I made. Nothing. And just works, and then you just connect your phone to it. Let me see if I can't show y'all that real quick, because that part's super sick. The other 4Driver that I have, you have to use the dongle, and this one, oh, the wind's picking up. This one, being able to just tune it out of the box is insane. So look, let me get out of the wind and get out of the sun. So hopefully y'all can see that. So these are my settings on it. I have max torque for the high speed set to 100. The second gear is set to 71. The low is set to 34. These are my speeds. I have 3 set to 63%, 2 34%, and 1 is set to 7. And that's pretty much all I changed, other than the direction. I didn't change the motor outputs or any of that. And this is really cool. I love that you can watch the wattages and stuff. Like, let me give it some gas a little bit, and you can see it kind of move. Like, you can just go and it'll show you codes if you have a code pop up. Like, that's how I troubleshot the over amperage. It'll tell you amperage, voltage, throttle position, everything you need to know. I mean, if I had gone and spent the extra money to get a better battery, this build would be insane. But for what it is, I don't really want to buy a, you know, $600,000 battery. The Amazon setup is perfectly fine, because in the mode 1 it doesn't do that cutout. But it's only in the higher modes that it's pulling a lot of amps, trying to get to the higher wattages. Dicey. But I really could upgrade the battery and get this thing to work extremely well. I just don't want to. I don't want to push this too much, because that kid's riding it and learning to ride on it. But the motor and far driver are awesome. It's just the battery that it can't handle this setup. I like it a lot better that I put the 52 volt instead of the 48 volt, because if I would have put a lower voltage, the amperage would have been higher and the cutting out would have been worse. But we'll get back to y'all whenever I change the gearing, and we'll see how big of a difference that makes. That should make a big difference. I'm thinking if I put less stress on the drivetrain, the battery will be able to handle more power. And I have plenty of speed to upgrade, like I'm only at 60-something% for the speed in high gear. So if I wanted to give it more, like upgrading the sprocket, it's going to be slower. But I have a whole nother 30% I can get out of it. So I can make it do more speed if it stops cutting out. But if anybody's trying to make something like this for a kid, you can't go wrong with this. This is way too much for a kid. I would just like to get all the little kinks worked out. That way, when I do go to build a full-size dirt bike for me, I know what to expect. Now, another thing that I did was I added these sparkless connectors. I soldered all that on. Just because I didn't want to have to deal with the pop and spark of connecting it. And it does pop wheelies, but it is like super tiny. And that's pretty much it on the build, man. I didn't film too much of putting it together. I did it late one night, but I really like it. I really like it. Leave a comment if you have any questions about it. It was pretty much all plug and play. Like even this 3-mode switch I had to buy after the fact. It didn't come with it, and that was just plug in and go. Like you really can't go wrong. The hardest thing was matching the battery with the controller and motor, And a lot of that, I honestly ChatGPT'd it. I mean, I do know a lot of electrical and amperage and watts and ohms and stuff, but like double checking my math, that's how I ended up finding out that that motor was gonna pull too much amps for the 48 volt battery. And if you go up in voltage, you'll lower your amperage. So I was like, well, I'll go to 52 volts. That way my controller motor will pull less amps because they have more voltage. And then I won't have as much cutout. But it's a really sweet project. I'm happy how it came out. Perfect for a kid. Thanks for watching. Like and sub. Y'all have a good one.